Welcome, brothers and sisters. I gotta try to make these videos shorter. See, cause YouTube has told me that you brothers are only listening to about 10% of the video. So I'm going to try to make them shorter, but this one is not going to be shorter. I know you hate the Most High, man. I know a lot of men, they truly hate the Most High, man. But I can't take responsibility for none of these blessings, man. I can't take the glory away from the Most High. It's very hard, it's very hard for us as brothers to take the credit for the blessings, because we know that we had nothing to do with that. It's like when the Most High touches you, you know for a fact that you didn't have anything to do with that. That's what it means to have all these blessings come upon you and overtake you. Okay? See, you know for a fact that you had, like when you see these rappers, these men know that they are pieces of shit on a stick. And they're like, man, how did I get all these blessings? I'm not saying, for them, they're being blessed by another force. It ain't the Most High. But this is how brothers feel, because see, we know that a lot of times we don't deserve all these blessings that we get. It's just very hard to take credit for these things. But let's get into this video, man. I really do hope that you men get to the end of the video, because I don't even know what I'm going to say in the video. I mean, the Most High is going to hit me with something. He gonna charge me up with something, and when I can no longer contain it, it's just gonna spill out in the streets. Everybody's getting hit. Everybody without that breastplate of righteousness, they getting hit with these flames. This is very hard. But man, you swirlers, man. This is very hard, man. See, I would hope that you're coming to this channel for a different perspective on the issues. We're facing a lot of issues out here, and a lot of men don't understand how to provide the biblical context to the things that we see going on around them. We bring forth peace on the earth. We bring about peace and joy and calmness upon the earth. Because when they hear that, see, a lot of men have a lot of anxiety because they've taken on the burden of the entire world. They've taken on such a huge burden by not listening to the Most High. And it's just very hard to watch. A lot of times the Most High will say, or the Spirit will say, don't touch that. Even though I want to touch it. He's like, don't do it. Just don't do it, man. But back to business. You divestors, man. I don't think y'all really understand what the word divest means. See, the opposite of divest is to invest. And what you're asking black men to do is to invest into someone who has divested from them, you know? And that's just gonna be a very hard concept for black men to wrap their heads around. I'm supposed to divest. I'm supposed to invest in someone who has divested from me. And there are greater implications, greater things going on that black women just don't get. They just don't understand their history. Which is why they don't have the proper context. They go out into the world. You know, I think these divestors are the only people on the earth that believe that we're living in a post-racial society. I think they're the only people on the planet that believe this shit. The dudes that you're with don't even believe that shit. You know? They're the only ones in the world that believe, or the old and ignorant. A lot of these old people, you can't tell them nothing. I mean, I got a lot of them in my family. You can't teach them nothing, man. You know, they got that respect your elder mentality when they ain't taught us shit. You know, we gotta go out to the world and get all the bumps and bruises from life, because, you know, a lot of times the pops was kicked out the house, the mother wasn't shit, you know, a damn welfare queen. I know a lot of black men, they have a lot of vitriol for their own mothers. That's a hard thing to do, because according to the scriptures, we're supposed to honor our fathers and mothers, but not to that extent. You can't honor someone when they're telling you to go against the scriptures. And that's what we about to get into, because see, the Most High, the creator of the universe, set forth a set of rules, laws, standards, statutes, commandments that should govern our community, that governs the entire universe, man. And when these people came over here, they set up a different law. See, this shows you exactly who you're following. The Most High set up his standard, and then the world came and set up a different standard. And you have to ask yourself, what standard do you live by? What rules, laws, standards, statutes, commandments do you live by? You know? And that's going to be very hard for some. See, when you're asking black men to protect you, you're actually asking black men to accept a different standard. The Most High standard put the man in charge of the family. But this society put women in charge of the family. And we see the results of that. We see what happens when you take the side of your enemy. Those men are literally enemies to the Most High. They have set up a different standard. And you are following their standard, their rules, their laws. And they were able to trick you because they put a lot of the scriptures inside their laws. But see, when we were given our laws were set in stone. Our laws were set in stone, man. They weren't. You can't just decide that, oh, this law no longer benefits you, so you're going to change it. See, that's what this society does. And that is the same society that you are asking black men to be complicit in. You know, a society that allows women to murder, which is to kill babies. Kill babies. Do you know what it's like to have a living being ripped out of your stomach? That is something that's traumatic on the female psyche. She cannot live that down. She can pretend, she could tell herself that you know, this law said, you know, you know, it's abortion, it's Planned Parenthood. The Most High calls it murder, killing. Thou shalt not kill. You know? I don't know what this man's law calls it. Abortion, Planned Parenthood. They got all these little cute little names for it. But the Most High calls it murder. This law allows you to get away with murder, so you murder. You condemn your own soul. Because you are of the world. But we living in a different time now. See, a lot of people don't understand the scriptures. They don't understand what the Most High was telling us. You know? The Most High even sent example after example. This what happen when you don't listen. This what happen when you do. You know? If you listen, if you hearken, and this is the real problem. We do not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. You hearken unto the voices of devils. And what you want black man to do is hearken unto the voice of devils. And when black men say, no, we will not hearken unto the voices of devils, you tell us that you are not going to have our children. That you are, if we do not submit to you, because I believe in the scriptures, the Most High told you to submit to your husband. You can't really blame that on a man, because we can go back in time and do the, you know, I could go through all the motions. It's funny that I have to go through all of these damn motions because black women are intellectually dishonest. Or they're just damn ignorant. I gotta go through all these motions. I gotta go back to the 50s and the 60s to explain all this bullshit that happened. Because I guess they don't teach that in schools. You know, that whole free love. You know, free love. Let's stop acting like y'all just started divesting. You hear these women talking about, yeah, black men date out way more than black women, and they've been dating out way longer than black. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all have been producing children for these men who have destroyed your community for thousands of years. When y'all was back in Africa some damn where, well, some of you, some of y'all was back in Africa producing children for these mean, we've never heard of the whole Dutch thing, right? We can go back to slavery and we can talk about that. See, this is the part I don't like. I have to go way back in the files just to get some context to these arguments, man. They're not making sense. Provide some damn context. See, I was talking about one thing, now I had to go all the way back to the 60s. I mean, I could go back farther than that, but you know what? We can start right there at the 60s. And I don't want to go down that road. We should all be able to be honest about what happened. Okay? Black men weren't even allowed to sleep with these other women until the 50s and the 60s. Black men were being hung from trees just for looking at a so-called white woman. But we gonna pretend like y'all wasn't messing with these men. Why you think they created those HBCUs? They created those schools for white men's children with black women. They didn't create them schools for black people, just all black people. They actually created those schools for the mixed breed children that couldn't go to the white schools. And then they, after slavery, they started just saying, well, okay, man, we just gonna let her, just let everybody in. Just let all of them in. But back to business. BRADISTAN is just not working out in your favor, man. BRADISTAN is just not working out for you, man. I thought y'all was gonna go to BRADISTAN. It's just not. It's just not looking pretty for you, man. You're getting your ass mollywopped, man. But that's part of the plan. That's part of the Most High's plan. See, we understand that we were being punished for doing a certain thing, for worshiping other gods, for disobeying the laws, statutes, and commandments. We were being punished. That's why we went into slavery in the first place. We were being punished. And the scriptures say that we would be punished for 400 years. And we went through our slavery. Now it's a new time. It's a new day. What the most why you think the world is going upside down? It's going bananas. See, the Most High is still chastening a lot of us in this time. A lot of times when you see some of these people being killed, that's the Most High chastening his people. He's chastening us. He's not chastening y'all. Y'all are just an example. He's just using y'all to show us, like, look, you don't want to go down that road now. I'm gonna tell you like that. You see this? That's called chastening. When the Most High is chastening you, you're being chastened. You know it for a fact. You can't run from it. You would try to run from it. Many brothers have tried, including myself. Many brothers have ran from being chastened. But when the Most High is wants to get your attention, it ain't he's gonna do that, man. It's not gonna be anywhere you can run and hide. But y'all don't get that there was a law that was, the Most High have set up his standard, set up his constitution, set up his laws that he wanted us to follow. And he even sent us, he even showed us through our forefathers what would happen if we listened, if we hearkened unto his voice. He showed us through King Solomon. He showed us through King David. He showed us through Hamashiach. What would happen if we listened, if we had hearkened unto his voice, And it's 2000, according to their time period, it's 2022, and Negroes are still not hearkening, still not listening, and they wonder why their life is in utter shambles, just totally destroyed, man. They wonder why their life is in utter disarray, And many men think that many women, in the sense of these Divestors, many of them are in a state of illusion. They really don't understand who they're siding with when they're siding with these people. A lot of you men don't really get it. A lot of you males don't really get that, when you don't listen to the Most High, he has set forth an example of what's going to happen if you do not hearken, And like I said, when the Most High is chastening you, you might not like it, but you better count it all good. You better count it all good that the Most High is chastening you. That means he loves you, man. That's like your father whooping your butt. He's not doing it because he's your father's not doing it because he hates you. He's doing it because he wants better for you. Scriptures tell us, in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently to the voice of thy God. Slow down, homie. Slow down. What'd he say? It shall come to pass that if thou shalt hearken diligently. Did he say it might come to pass, or did he say it shall come to pass? If thou shalt hearken. This is the problem. We are not hearkening unto the voice of the Lord thy God. We hearken unto so many voices. Anybody can get in our head and tell us some BS. Y'all listening to these swirlers and these divestors. Y'all listening to all these people. Y'all listening to a lot of these black males that's leading you astray. There's only one voice. There's only one war. That's the war that's going on in between your two ears, man. It shall come to pass that if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do his commandments, which I command thee this day, that I shall place thee on high above all nations of the earth, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee. See that? Overtake thee. Do you men understand what it's like be overtaken by the blessings of the Most High? Most men don't understand what that's like. When we do certain things, a lot of times we believe we're doing it, But when the Most High blesses you, you know that you got nothing to do with this. Like he said, all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake. Have you been overtaken with the blessings? See, that's a hard thing because most men have not been overtaken with those blessings, man. So they can still sit around and try to take credit for for doing this and doing that, and no. When the Most High bless you, you know for a fact that this had nothing to do with you. He's like, hey, I throw my hands up, hey, I don't know what's happening here. I don't know. I don't understand this. I don't deserve this. This is a beautiful thing. All these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. See that? He said it twice. Said it again. If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. See that? How many of you men are hearkening diligently unto the voice of the Most High, or you hearkening unto the voices of devils? I want you to think about that, because see, right now, I know for a fact that there's something talking to you right now. While I'm talking to you, there's something else talking to you as I'm speaking. What is that saying to you? What do you think that's you? You think you're saying those things to yourself. See, that's either the Most High or that's some demon talking. It's either the Most High. I told you there's only one war worth fighting, and that's the war in between your two ears. But the scriptures have given us the keys. The scriptures have given us the understanding. So it's important to know the scriptures. It's important to listen, hearken. See, the only way you're gonna know what's the voice of the Lord thy God and what's the voice of the devil is to know what the scriptures say. They call it the basic instructions before leaving earth for a reason. Get the basic instructions. That way when you go out into this world, you have a foundation. You're not going to get caught up in the BS. People are not going to be able to whisper in your ear, because you're going to know what the Most High said. Does this sound like something that the Most High would say? No, this is not. But you don't know what the Most High said because you didn't study. Study to show thyself approved, rightfully dividing the word of truth. We have to study, and we learn each and every day. Soon as we think we know something, the Most High come behind us and is like, hold up, flip this, bounce that, throw this over there. Oh my goodness. You be like, oh man. See, the Most High is grand. That's how the Most High work. You be thinking you know something, and then the Most High be like, hold up, let me holler at you real quick. Flip this right here, put this over here, do that, do this. Oh. The Most High is grand. That's all you can say is you be like, man, the Most High is a genius. The Most High is a genius. Every day I'm saying that. Every day I'm saying that. Man, the Most High is a genius. Because I'm receiving them downloads. See, when you start receiving them downloads from the Most High, you gonna be like, oh. The Most High is grand. But that's for the brothers and the sisters, man. See, in this time that we're living in, the punishment, the curses are being broken. The curses that were on our minds are being broken. Many people are coming into the truth. They're getting understanding, and the Most High is blessing them. And then you got these other people that are of the 2/3, and the Most High is destroying them. The Most High is utterly, the Most High allowed this stuff to happen. He allowed the your white zaddy. He allowed him to get fat. Because basically he's getting right for the slaughter, man. He's getting real big. He let him get real big and fat. And you wanna go over there. You wanna go over there and play with him. You know. You're gonna see the scriptures tell them to cleave unto us. It don't tell us to go over there and cleave unto them. We are the leaders of the world. We are the true rulers and the true leaders of the world. We don't go cleave unto them. This is why they want you in their schools, so they can educate you on how their system works, or how their system operates, or how their system does things, and how you can operate within it. But the Most High is in charge. And that was allowed to happen for a time. But as you see, the world is being flipped on its ear. It's all kinds of turmoil and trouble and wars and rumors of wars, and all kinds of dysfunction is happening. See, right now it's like the eye of the storm. Right now you got time to take cover. Right now the Most High is like, choose sides. Choose this day whom you shall serve. Right now, you in the eye of the storm, man. And see, y'all are choosing the wrong side. Because y'all rebellious, y'all hard-headed, y'all ignorant, and y'all hate the Most High. You hate his standard. You hate that the Most High said that the man shall rule over you. You're not the leader of the men. You're not equal to men. You see, we listen to your videos and we hear you talking about, oh, why the community want to get up and march for black men, but when this black woman get killed, nobody's marching for her. She chose sides, man. Y'all are not equal to us. Get that through your head, okay? It wasn't meant for you to be equal. See, when you get equality with a man, you have to be able to not only respond, but deal with whatever consequences that might go along with your decisions. You can't do whatever you want and then revert. You can't go out into the world as strong and independent. Then after you get your ass handed to you, you want to come back claiming you're a woman. You made your choice. You chose sides. See, all the things you are saying, you think you're rebelling against us. You think you're rebelling against the men, but you're actually rebelling against the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High set up. And I don't care what you believe. I don't care. You could sit around and say that's a white man's book. It's obviously not a white man's book. Okay? Because I believe it says the King James version. That means it's a version of something. It came from somewhere else. And it came from your people. That's why they killed us. That's why they destroyed us. Because in order to have the world listen to their laws, they had to destroy us. They had to kill us. They had to enslave us. They had to take our children. They had to ship us from one part of the country to the next. Don't think that we all came from Africa. A lot of us were slaves, came from America. They just put us on the boat and shipped us from one end of America to the other, because they knew that we knew this land and we would be able to find our way home. So they had to ship us from one part of America, one part of the Mississippi to the other. Boy. Y'all still don't get it. Y'all still don't have the context that you need. You're still not studying. You still hate the Most High. You think you're rebelling against black men. And that's the problem. Your rebelliousness is not against black men. See, if you believe in the Most High, then and you believe that He is all powerful, then He should actually be able to stop you from getting mollywopped by Brad and them, right? So Brad is more powerful than the Most High, you know? Now, obviously, if the Most High wanted to reach in there and be like, well, this ain't happening right here. I got plans for her. You better back the hell up right now. I see what's going on in your wicked ass mind. Back the hell up, and I got plans for this sister. We're gonna bring her back into the fold. I got plans for her. I got things for her to do. But see, you thinking this about black men. You thinking this about us. No, the Most High is grand. His plan. If you decide, like I said, you in the eye of the storm right now, boo. And the Most High is giving you, the Most High is giving you a choice, Choose this day whom you gonna serve. Are you gonna serve the Most High Yah? Or are you gonna serve Satan? That's the choice you're gonna have to make. Nobody's gonna be able to help you through this, boo. You gotta make a choice. Black men can't help you. Black men can't protect you from what's coming. You made your choice. You denounced the faith. As soon as you found out that dude that y'all called Jesus was a so-called black man, y'all started practicing witchcraft. As soon as who you think woke black men up out of their slumber? Black men were asleep. And y'all were able to go around doing whatever you want. That didn't come from the scriptures. That whole equality thing and all that feminism, none of that came out the scriptures. That is the opposite of the scriptures. So that has nothing to do with the Most High. That is the voice of devils. And when you hearken unto it and you worship it and you believe that it's gonna save you, you think the Most High is cool with that? He's he's just cool with that. Like, there, look at her, look at her, my baby. She out there worshiping a false god, a false idol. Y'all don't wear your own hair. Y'all don't. Y'all just do everything against what the Most High say. You're gaudy. You can't be quiet. You can't stop talking for 10 minutes. You're constantly running your mouth. You hate the Most High. Just admit it. You hate the Most High. Everything He tells you, you rebel against it. You don't even accept men who try to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. You hate those men because they are trying to be in a rulership position. They're trying to rule. First you have to be able to, before you can rule others, you're going to have rulership over yourself, man. How you going to rule somebody else when you have no rulership over yourself? Anybody can come in and change your mind and spout some BS. You don't have a foundation. You're not firmly rooted in this truth, So anybody can come along and dash you into pieces and have you over here and over there, and it's just you wonder why you're destroyed, man. But right now, you got a chance to hearken. You seeing all these little divestors. You think this is some kind of coincidence? BAWs have been dating these dudes forever. Now all of a sudden you seeing all of this stuff happen and you think it's a coincidence. BAWs were getting with these men when I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, I remember black women getting in the car with these men. And then I'm on my big wheel riding around, doing wheelies and stuff like that, and spinning out, you know how you did on the big wheel, you like and you spin around real quick, You know what I mean? You go real fast, and then you turn, you jerk the wheel, and then you spin it. I remember being on my big wheel, and I remember you women's, some of you, getting out of cars with thugs, drug dealers, white dudes, with bags, and when you a kid, you like, oh, that's her boyfriend. See, the difference between black men and the men that y'all are divesting to, black men didn't openly um make these people our enemies. We didn't come out the woodworks making them our enemies. They made themselves our enemies. They sworn hatred on us. We didn't come out the woodworks and do that to them. You know. We even tried to get along in their system. We tried to conform to it. But the Most High didn't want that. He said, no, no, no. You're gonna hearken unto my voice, and that's it. That's the only voice that you. But like I said, you're not gonna be able to understand the Most High until you get in them scriptures, bro. What is the Most High saying? How you gonna know the difference between what's a devil, what's a damn demon, and what is of Yah? What's the difference? How do you know the difference if you do not understand? That's going to be hard for a lot of black men as well, because see, they're caught up in this world. They're caught up thinking that they got to be some type of high value men. I already put that video out telling you showing you who the real high value men are of the Most High. Who the real high value men are. See, those are the men who the Most High are setting up to be the rulers of this world. I can get into all kind of scriptures. But see, like I said, man, y'all got to get out there. Y'all got to study, man, so that y'all can provide some context. You got to study to show thyself approved. But you women, yeah, y'all gonna continue to get y'all asses handed to you by Brad and these weirdos. I noticed something. Brad don't gotta be 6 feet tall. He ain't even gotta be all that handsome. He ain't gotta be making six figures. He ain't gotta be doing none of this stuff that y'all lay at the feet of black men and use as an excuse to reject them. See, we understand. I'm a guy. I mean, we really understand. We get it. We get it. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the 60s. That's important. You gotta go back to the 60s. Free love. Y'all are this is around the time when y'all decided that y'all were gonna be feminist. Y'all were gonna put black men down out of the homes. Y'all were gonna raise the men by yourself. I mean, if y'all were raising the children by yourselves, why? I mean, why? How do you then turn around and complain that you don't have any good men to marry? Or weren't you raising them? You didn't raise any men that were gonna be good enough for you to marry. The men that were following after the Most High and doing their thing, you turned around and act like they are the same dudes when we all know that y'all were basically choosing about 20% of the men. All of you women were chasing after about 20% of the dudes in your neighborhood. The other 80% of men, they didn't exist. They were invisible. That's why I call them the invisible men. They were invisible. You did not see them. Those were the men, a lot of them, who were, you know, getting their education or whatever, a lot of them went off, see, 'cause they don't understand the scriptures either. But they were getting their weight up, going to the gym every day, getting their fighting skills up, their shooting skills up. They were getting their money up. They were doing all kinds of things, see. And then by the time your old washed out ass, you spent your time being pumped and dumped by the 20%. And by the time, when you turn about 30, that's right around the time when those brothers are hitting their stride. Around 30, 35. You know? So you looking at those same dudes like they're the Ray Ray and Pookie Negroes that you were choosing around the way. We got to get some context about these things, man. When you between the ages of 18 and 30, and some of you much younger, y'all were chasing after these dudes. Free love. Free love. You didn't have, no one told you. No one could tell you who to sleep with, who to be with, who to fall in love with, who was going to be a decent man or not. No one, there was no fathers around because y'all put them out the home. So who was going to vet these dudes? You know? There was no fathers around to vet these men because y'all put them out of the homes. Or these boys, because a lot of you, like I said, y'all was hot in the pants at 13, 14, 15 now. We know what y'all were doing now. We ain't stupid. But and let's keep it 1,000. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Except for your intellectually dishonest ass. Everybody knows that y'all were only choosing 20% of the dudes. And that might be stretching the truth. A lot of y'all were choosing the top 10% or top 20% of dudes, in your community. The whoever was the cutest or the tallest or see, that tall shit gonna get y'all in a lot of trouble, man. That tall shit gonna get y'all in a lot of trouble. See, because black men gonna be able to point that out. How y'all used to shame men, for not being tall enough or whatever. That shit gonna get you in trouble now. Black men gonna figure that out one day. Gonna whoop your ass with it. But see, y'all went around choosing the top 10, top 20% of dudes, whether they were the drug dealers, whether they were the tall niggas, whether they were the basketball players, the future football players. Those were the men y'all were trying to get with. Y'all wasn't trying to get with no regular ass dudes. Most of you, unless you just knew you was just like trash or ugly or just a thought or whatever. Yeah, and you in the community slut house, whatever. Yeah, y'all wasn't checking for most of these men. Those men didn't exist. They were the invisible men. Those men decided that, you know what? I'm going to get my money up. I'm going to get my weight up. I'm going to get my education up. I'm going to get good at my craft, whatever it is that they were doing. They were going to go to the gym. They were going to, do some push-ups. I don't know, whatever they were doing. A lot of these men decided to do that while you was out there in your 20s acting like you was just going to coast through life on your fat ass. Oh, I got a fat ass. I'm gonna coast through life on my fat ass. And if all else fails, my degree. Now that shit is not working out in your favor, now y'all want to swirl. Now that black men done smoked you out, found out black men know exactly what you've been up to. Now that black men are exchanging notes with each other all over the world, like, hey, you know what happened? Yeah. Oh, word. Oh, they like that. Oh, that's how they get that. All right. I'm gonna polish up my game. Put that in the little back book right there. See, I got you. Thanks for looking out, bro. See, barbershop talk. Now that black men done smoked you out and are no longer seeing you as queens and damsels in distress and it's the black man's fault. It's still a bunch of weak ass niggas out there talking about, oh, it's black man, the black man, the black. Nah. Y'all got a hell of a lot of accountability, man. Hey, no man raped you now. You had a choice of who you had that child by now. I don't want to hear him now. That dude didn't rape you. You had 3, 4 kids by him now. He ain't rape you now. Stop lying. stop the lies now. We gotta be honest. You you were given the choice. See, the Most High told you to submit to your husband. Okay, husband. That means you were supposed to actually have a husband, right? You wasn't looking for no husband. You was about that free love. You was about that strong independent. You had that feminist spirit. Now the Most High's coming to claim that ass. You know, I done told you now. The Most High sat back and was like, yeah, looking at his watch and stuff like, yeah, yeah. He's looking at the human time watch like, yeah, yeah. Now he was looking at the Most High watch. He was probably like, yeah, man, give him another 30, 40 years. He was like, yeah, give him another 30, 40 years. And then, now you got to pay now, man. You know? So now y'all have decided that y'all either going to swirl, y'all going to turn lesbian, y'all going to see swirling. We already know what the Most High said about that. Especially with your enemies that's about to be destroyed. I mean, that's just not very smart. But y'all have never made smart decisions. But swirling with your enemies. Lesbianism. You know what the scriptures say about that? Getting your education. You ain't submitting to your husbands. Strong, independent. I don't need no man. I can raise kids by myself. All of these things are against the Most High. So when he begins to mop the floor with you, you brothers need to stay the hell out the way. Stay out of it. Now they want to swirl. I mean, it's not like they this whole swirling thing, it's a bunch of BS because we understand it for what it is. Basically, y'all are afraid and y'all just want some company. You don't want to swirl by yourself. So what you decided is what we're going to do is go on a black male hate campaign and say that black men are the worst men on the face of the earth. When black men have pretty much been simps, even, giving their lives for you and, sacrificing themselves. Like all of them black men who you put on child support, they knew you were going to do that. A lot of them got you pregnant just so you can get that little welfare food stamp shit. A lot of them got you pregnant because they knew that that's all you had in life. That was the only way that you could survive. So they got you pregnant. And in order for you to get them welfare benefits, he knew that you were going to have to give up his social security number, give out his info. Nick Rose wasn't dumb in that regard. I mean, some of them are dumb. Some of them were dumb. But a lot of men did that on purpose, They sacrificed themselves, So I don't know where all this black male hatred came from when a lot of y'all wouldn't be shit if that dude didn't get you pregnant. You wouldn't be anything. You wouldn't be getting all of that stimulus money and those stimulus checks if some black dude didn't get you pregnant. But now y'all want to swirl. Lord. Now y'all want to openly swirl, openly divest from the black community. Divest. How you going to divest from something you created? Your mama and your grandmama is the only people. See, a lot of the things that they take out on men are things that their mothers and their grandmothers did to them. Like, you seen that woman who just got killed? That black woman that just got killed by that white dude, and he's just walking around scot-free talking to some other black woman. Right now, as we speak, he's talking to another black woman right now as we speak. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't remember, but y'all done decided to divest, man. It'll come back to me in a second. Y'all done decided to divest into these communities, and It's just not gonna work out for you in your favor, man. The Most High is not playing games with you. It's not even about you. The Most High just teaching us a lesson. Like, hey, see that woman over there? You don't want to be like her. He's just trying to teach you, man. We don't even know if that's even a real person. That's how the Most High can do anything. He can cause some shit to happen and that never even happened, just to teach you a lesson. The Most High is grand. We don't even know if she ever existed. I'm gonna get into thought projections in one of these videos. I'm gonna show you how thought projections work, because a lot of times things that you think you're seeing are not real. But see, that's the Most High. The Most High can do that. You really think that happened. But yeah, that woman, her mother. You see, you can look at her mother. See, one of the abilities that you receive when you get into them scriptures is the ability to discern what's of the Most High and what's of evil. And I discern from just looking at her mother that she allowed her daughter to be messing with them white dudes. She allowed it. She probably even encouraged it. I could look at her and was like, because she probably was sitting around the table, or she was probably in the kitchen cooking, and she heard her daughter and the sister. They were talking about, I'm gonna get with this white boy, and it's these white boys. They doing it right now. We gonna big them up. We gonna deal with them. And the mama was just like, it ain't no big deal. See, that's who you should be mad at, your mama. Because she didn't prepare you for this shit, man. She didn't prepare you, man. She didn't give you that book. But he's like, hey, look, read this book and sit the hell down and read. No, I don't want to hear it. Sit down and read. No, you ain't going outside. Sit down and read. Read, 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 read. You ain't doing nothing. Read. Back in the days, at least black women used to make their daughters keep their daughters in the church. You know? I mean, not that that was any better in a lot of regards, but at least it was better than what they're teaching them now. They got their daughters out here doing all kind of shit, playing with crystals, got all kind of voodoo shit all in their house, practicing witchcraft. This is what happened when you don't understand the scriptures, man. You don't read, and y'all willing to do all kind of demonic shit for material things, when the Most High told you that if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, you know, he told you what would happen if you hearken unto his voice. But y'all are hearkening unto the voice of devils, man. We ain't siding with this society. We ain't siding. We are the true rulers of the planet. And we rule in judgment and in righteousness. Stop complaining. Like, black women got another trope talking about, oh well, uh uh d- d- um there's a black woman killed every 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 5 hours. There's a black woman killed. First of all, and then they say, these black men are killing them. But what about the white dudes? They ain't killing you. First of all, less than 1% of black men on the planet, less than one, let's say in the United States, less than 1% of black men in the United States have actually killed somebody. Less than 1% of black men. So when y'all sit around and act like black men are just these mass murderers running around, it's just a lot of intellectual dishonesty going on. Less than 1% of black men are actual killers, actual murderers. You know? And for the black women that are getting killed, we don't know the circumstances of these situations. We don't know what actually happened, do we? We don't understand. We weren't there. You can't just act like some black dude just walked out of the woodworks and just shot some black woman. No, there's a whole backstory to why she was killed. In a lot of cases, these women that brought this shit on themselves. We seen the story of that black woman, or that woman. I don't know if she was black or Hispanic or whoever. She was killed because she stole thousands of dollars from some dude, and she was basically his prostitute, his in call prostitute that he was smashing. And one day, I guess she came over and he had thousands of dollars laying around, and she stole it. The next thing you know, that bitch ended up dead. You know, that's what happened when you steal money from people. Sometimes, the people might go a little crazy on you. You see thousands of dollars sitting there, it's really tempting, ain't it? It can be really tempting. See thousands of dollars sitting around, you know, on somebody, in somebody's dresser. The dude go to the bathroom to wash his nuts, thinking he could trust you, and you going through his dressers and shit, trying to steal a ring, trying to steal a watch. We all know this shit happens. We look at the cutesy crimes that a lot of you women commit. Like, you gotta be very careful with these women. They'll come into your house and they'll they'll try to find your wallet, and they might not take nothing out of it, but what they'll do is they'll take pictures of your identification, and your credit card number. And then a lot of them would be doing like identity theft. They do all these little cutesy crimes. They'll take out credit cards in your name that you don't even know about, and they'll be charging up the cards and shit. They do all of these types of cutesy crimes, and you might not ever know about it till you pull your credit report. You're like, what the hell? I ain't got no card from over here. Oh, you see the card is listed to her address. You're like, wow, she creeping. But when they sit around and talk this BS about black men killing them and all this and all that, we don't know the circumstances of those situations. A lot of times she was the aggressor, which Dr. Tia Johnson put out them stats. Dr. Tia Johnson put out them stats. Um, intimate partner violence stats, and we just don't know the circumstances. We know black women are not like these dainty ass victims. We know that they're loud, they're obnoxious, they're sneaky, they're underhanded, they're con artists. They sleep with men for money. They prostitute themselves on social media. They sell pictures to thirsty ass Negroes. They have OnlyFans pages. Let's stop pretending like black women are just these hapless victims walking down the street, and some evil black man just came out the woodworks and hit them over the head with a baseball bat or some shit like that. I mean, it's just not happening, man. Okay, and I bet you I can pretty much guarantee you, in 90% of those damn cases, she has something to do. There was something that happened in that situation that caused the man to trip. Caused the man, they've been watching the fucking Color Purple too fucking long. They've been watching this Color Purple shit for too damn long. Now they want to make up stories like they're some type of hapless victims of black men. We know that's just a lie. Anyway, brothers, like I said, man, this video been pretty long. I told you this wasn't gonna be that bullshit, man. But anyway, on that note, I want to say peace. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. Hey, you swirlers, you divestors, you swirlers, don't come back. Have fun in BRADISTAN, and stop asking black men to protect you. Stop asking black men to equalize himself to you. Stop asking black men to side with this society, which is against the Most High. Okay, this society has set up some laws, set up some rules, set up their standard, and if you notice, all of the things that they do are against the scriptures. They only practice the law when it's against you or a black man. They only uphold the law that they wrote when it's against someone like you. Then all of a sudden, hey, the gavel's coming down. Hey, no mercy when it's against somebody like you, man. What's going on, man? On that note, don't expect us to side with that BS. On that note, I want to say peace. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. Get on the 5 steps and adopt the moral code.